Libra. Thank you for tuning in to your July 2021 reading. So this month is going to be fun for you. I think that your creative spark is going to return. I feel like there's this fire, there's ignition and ideas and inspiration that's going to reignite. And the reason I say reignite is because I feel like some of you might have felt like you lost a little bit of that or a lot. You have lost that spark. You feel like it was there and then it was gone and you're wondering where it went. I feel like for some of you, I'm seeing that some of the images that I saw, the first thing I saw was those childhood books, I can't remember. I'm not sure if I have the name correct, but it was like the Wayside School books. It was like a series and it was like kids in a school, and the school was kind of strange but interesting. And I can't remember the name, but it was something like Wayside School, something like that. And I also saw writing. So maybe some of you are authors or aspiring to be writers. Some of you, I also honed in on that. Some of you might want to be children's books authors. Like you might want to write children's books, fantasy things that are, another thing that I picked up on was that some of you want to kind of share some of your experiences about your life, but in a way that is told through children's stories or through a fantasy. So it's not necessarily something that you're outright saying like a memoir, like this happened to me, but it's something that you're using those experiences or that inspiration from your life and you're putting into your stories and into your writing. And I feel like some of you may be reading these, going backwards into your childhood and kind of rereading some books and stories that you loved as a kid. And maybe that's why I was seeing those Wayside story, that series. We have lots of cards coming out. Yeah. So there is this ignition. There is this something that's on fire, something that it's coming back. And I feel like for some of you, you felt like it was gone. Like I saw, someone kind of trying to start a fire and you might have seen little embers of smoke but the fire just didn't get started. It was starting and then you kind of lost it and then you kind of gave up on it or you're about to give up on it. And maybe you started second guessing yourself a bit. And I also kind of felt that there may be also this resistance to allowing yourself to fully enjoy the process or enjoy your work because you may feel like there are people around you that you have to kind of keep yourself guarded from. And I feel like that is actually draining your energy. The fact that you have to maintain this, maybe some toxic people in your life. Oh, I can just feel it. Like it's just this, oh my God, can these people just leave me alone? I'm feeling like this energy of, I just want some peace and quiet. I want to be able to go somewhere. You want to be able to enjoy your work. You want to be able to feel free and vulnerable enough where you can expand, where you can allow your imagination to roam free, allow your mind, the images that come in your mind, that inspiration. So you can just let yourself fully embrace this path. And for some of you, if it's not writing, it could be through your artwork. I am seeing a creative endeavor here. So some people who have more creative lines of work is really coming through this month in July. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that in the past, so in your goal and destiny card, we have the 5 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. So this is you keeping your boundaries with someone who can be kind of toxic. I'm also seeing that for some of you, I feel like you ended something with somebody that was like this, that was toxic. And I'm also seeing that I'm sorry, I have messages coming in and I also have cards popping out at the same time. So I'm trying to juggle both of them, just like this Two of Pentacles. But I think that there is this, you're trying to, some of you could also be doing multiple things at the same time. So you could do multiple businesses or multiple lines of work, and you're trying to keep them in balance. You're trying to manage them both. So what I was seeing with the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Wands and King of Swords is, I think that in the past you were in a space of, you had this moment or a few, like a length of time where you actually felt very fulfilled, and there was this happiness that was coming back into your life. And from that, it came with this inspiration, just this pouring in of a new direction. I felt like Spirit was just guiding you towards this new path of unraveling things and making things more clear for you in which way you needed to go. And I feel like you took full advantage of that. Like, you were able to hone in on your intuition, and you were able to implement, how can I use this inspiration that's pouring through me, or these opportunities that are coming towards me, and how could I utilize them? How can I use this to the full advantage? Like, how can I take advantage of these opportunities or capitalize on this? And I feel like and from that, something I feel like has kind of taken away from that. It has taken away from this inspiration. So I think that over time, probably in the last few months, that there has been some dwindling of this inspiration. Like, Spirit was giving you something, but then something was draining it or taking it away. And that could have been a person. It could have been, maybe some things that were coming up for you in your healing process that you needed to let go of, some things that further needed to, maybe like old wounds or things coming back that just tends to drain your energy. And then you feel like you can't really, where did that inspiration go? I was so on fire and I don't know how to find it again. But I do feel like in the month of July, I feel like that fire is going to come back, and I feel like it's going to stay longer this time, because I feel like you're going to be setting stronger boundaries. And I think that some of the people maybe that was even in your life are no longer in your life anymore. I do strongly feel like you're saying goodbye to some people. Some people you may not be able to, because it could be family or, there could be certain circumstances where you can't really say goodbye. But I do see there being stronger boundaries and kind of people starting to leave you alone at this point. So I like that. I like that that's coming in for you, because I think that you're strongly craving space to be able to expand in a more general sense. So if you're not resonating with the art and the writing, and that's not you, I think that in a more general sense, you're wanting to, you're wanting this space for yourself so you can grow into your potential for whatever it is that, that's specific to you, that resonates with you. And at the bottom, we have the Page of Cups. And then in your present emotions, we have the Queen of Cups. I'm going to go in and then clarify these cards as well. Just wanted to show you that in your present emotions, the Queen of Cups. So there's this, what is your emotions and what's not yours. Like, I'm hearing when people are projecting on you, and when you're able to keep your cool, you're able to keep your calm this month. I feel like maybe in the last few months, it's been a little toxic or hectic with the people around you, but I see you kind of being a little bit more relaxed this month in terms of not engaging too much. Oh, see, I love that. It's an initial spark, which is the same as this Page of Wands. I'm feeling like you lost this spark and you're wondering where it went. So it's coming back. It's coming back for you. Yeah, I love that. clarification for the Five of Swords and Two of Swords. I feel like this was dead weight. Like you knew that. You knew it was dead weight. And it was something that you needed to do. And it was something that you needed to give yourself permission to do. Yeah. And I think it's because you wanted to start anew. You want an opportunity to start this new path and you want to start fresh. And I feel like you knew that there are some people in your life that you just can't, let me put these down so I can talk about shuffling the other cards here. Yeah. This is in your goal and destiny position, the Five of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Fool card. So you're cutting something out so you can create from like this slab of clay what you want to create now. You're clearing the path. You wanted to clear the path for yourself so you can choose anything. Because I think that maybe if there were certain people or certain toxic situations or toxic behaviors or patterns or limiting beliefs, however it applies to you, whatever it was limiting you in your choices and in your options. And you were wanting to open yourself up to be able to choose anything. You wanted that clean slate. And now you have it. And because you cleaned the slate, you have that Ace of Fire that's coming back into your life. It's returning. Because I feel like having whatever it was in your life, that it was draining you. It was taking too much from you. I don't like that. I'm sorry. There you go. I love that Fool card, so I didn't want to cover it. The images on this tarot deck are always so pretty. Okay, 10 of Cups. How do we get back to the 10 of Cups is what I'm hearing. You want to get back there. And you are, I really feel like in July you will. I think it was just a temporary shift that needed to be done. You know, so what I'm hearing is, I think what happened was that maybe you went through some healing and you were able to heal a lot of things from your past. You were able to put a lot of things to rest. And what that allowed you to do was be able to see your potential. You were able to see things clearly. And I think that, what happened was, this new path that you wanted to start walking, you realized that there were still some things in your way. So Spirit's kind of like, okay, wait, hold on. Before you walk this new path, there's still a couple of more things that I need you to quickly tie up the loose ends or cut out of your life before we can march ahead. And I think that's why there was a bit of a delay, or there was a little bit of dwindling or kind of like this drain, because it's showing you that there are still some things in your life that are draining you. But I feel like you have really done the work in the last few months to try to cut through that stagnancy. And I feel like there's just different things that you want for yourself now. Yeah. See, Hanged Man, letting go of whatever this was. I feel like it was this Five of Swords. Someone who is like, it could be someone in your life who was selfish, narcissistic, toxic, parasitic energy, whatever you want to call it. It was draining you. Yeah. And I think that that's over for you now. It's over. I think you put an end to it. And because you put an end to it, you cleared the way. You cleared the pathway for yourself. And I think that you're also in this space of, I love this. I love that you have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Fire, because this is just this mastery over yourself. You're not allowing people to take up your time. You're not allowing people to take up your energy. You're not allowing people to just come over unannounced. You're being very, very discerning and very particular on who you let into your energy, into this sacred space of yours, because you're prioritizing your worth. You're prioritizing your goals, your dreams, and what you want to build for yourself. I'm really sensing like there's this like fed upness, like I'm just fed up with people who just come in and out of my life and just drain me. You're done with it. It's no more. And I'm sorry, I forgot to point this part out too. We had the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the 8 of Wands and the King of Swords. So yeah, this is what it was. It kind of this new energy that came into you a couple months ago, or maybe even last year, of this inspiration that set you on fire. It really did turn the wheels. It created a shift in dynamic in your life by you taking this offer from Spirit. You're like, oh, wow, I didn't know I had a talent in that, or I didn't know I was good at that. Or maybe there was this remembering of things that you wanted to do when you were a kid, and now that returned. Something that was your soul's calling. And your priorities shifted as well. I feel like there were some things, and this is what I was feeling with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Air, was that I think that in the past, there might have been things that you wanted, but actually were not in alignment with your true self. It was kind of like you were wanting those things because you thought you were supposed to want that, because that's what society tells us we're supposed to want. And I feel like it was actually not, it was not serving you because it wasn't really aligned with your true path. And that was something that you needed to let go of. You needed to let go of these rose-colored glasses of what you thought that if I have A, B, and C, I'll be happy. And let's say you had A, B, and C, and you weren't happy. And so Spirit came in and was like, well, here it's kind of like this pouring in of this remembering of who you really are, not what people say you should be. It was more of like, well, what do I want for myself? And how much was I sacrificing for that, for this, picture perfect, ideal life that I thought I was supposed to have? So this is kind of like, there's this independent thinking. There's this realizing that maybe I wasn't being totally honest with myself, not out of fault of your own. It's just kind of how we're conditioned to think we're supposed to want certain things when really our inner self is kind of like, no, that's not me at all. Okay. So now I kind of feel like you're going into this place of maybe a little bit of hibernation, just a little bit, not too much. Oh, okay. So no, this is not, okay. I think Spirit's telling you to come out of hibernation, because 8 of Fire is the same thing as 8 of Wands. So I'm strongly feeling that Spirit wants you to stop hiding. Stop hiding your gifts. Stop hiding your potential. Because I think that you've been in this hibernation mode for too long. I'm hearing you're ready. Whatever it is, you're ready. You're ready to walk this new path. You're being rewarded for this. You're being completely rewarded for making those brave choices to cut certain people out, even though it was scary to do it, or it was hard. You cleared the way for yourself. is what I'm hearing. You cleared it for yourself. So it's like you can see clearly, and it's like, okay, start walking on that path, because you cleared the roadblocks for yourself. You chose you over them. And that's self-love. It's like when them is toxic, right? Like not in a selfish way, but when the others are like toxic, when it's not good for you, it's causing harm to you, and we make that conscious choice to choose ourselves. That's what I'm feeling from this Hermit card. Like, I choose me. Even though I love you and you've been there for me my whole life, or we've not been there, but like we've had this connection our whole life. But I just refuse to see how much it was draining me. And maybe out of just loyalty, I kept you around. Yeah. This is all about creating your life for yourself now. This is about seeing things more clear. Using your knowledge, your wisdom, your experiences to be able to, create something out of nothing almost. And that's what I feel like as a magician as well. You have the Empress here in your final outcome. So this is in your hopes, dreams, and desires position, the Page of Wands and the King of Water. You're wanting to create, you're wanting to use your wisdom, the things that you have learned the things that you have learned in your life, and you want to do something creative with it. You want to use it somehow. You want to give back somehow. You want to express it somehow by this wisdom, this knowledge, this thing that you know, or things that you know. And I'm seeing that for a lot of you, it's being expressed in a creative way, in an artistic way. And then in your final outcomes, you have the Empress and the Magician. So having unlimited options in front of you, being able to create whatever it is that you want in your life. And at the bottom of the deck, you also had the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot. So this is clarity, clear seeing, and cutting through that clutter. You're on a new path now. And a lot of that inspiration is coming back for you. And I see so much abundance coming from that. And abundance is there because you are choosing to believe that you deserve that abundance through choosing you. There's this huge undertone of choosing you, Libra. I love this. It's so empowering. It's so beautifully empowering. I love it. It's amazing. Sometimes we don't realize it, but it's amazing how draining some things can be. And sometimes we don't know because if it's been there for so long, we just like get used to it being there. And we just accept that, okay, I guess this is my life. But we don't realize that some things we can actually take out. Some things that we can, if we don't no longer, it's coming at too high of a cost. Okay, what is Libra's general guidance card for the month of July? Shift your energy, which I think that's what you are doing. And I think that there is this shift that is still occurring. I think you are in the process of shifting your energy, and you're going to see what happens from that. You're going to start seeing things. You may find that you have more energy in your day. You may find that your ideas are coming through much easier. You may find that you don't feel as blocked or restricted as much. You may find that your words flow more easily. You may find that you have more time, or you're taking time to take better care of yourself, because there is this loyalty, this self-love that's coming into your space. And that is completely shifting everything for you. You're shifting on the inside, so your outer world is shifting. Okay, what are Libra's challenges for July 2021? Courage. Yeah. And I think you have that. You have it. I'm hearing that you're also shattering people's perception of you. You're shattering it, yeah. Like maybe people saw you differently and they didn't know who you are because you didn't really allow yourself to be seen in that light. So now you are allowing yourself to be seen. You're allowing yourself to be heard. Like your true voice is coming out, expression is coming out. And that takes courage, because you know that when this happens, that others' perception of you will change. And sometimes some people may not like it, and some people just may be shocked. Some people will be surprised. Some people will not know what to say. Some people will absolutely love it. But however it is that the outer world is perceiving you, okay, this is so beautiful, because I pull this card so many times, but I've never noticed this before. I'm being drawn to the rocks that are being hit by these waves of water. And I feel like for you, Libra, no matter how chaotic some things may feel on the outside in your outer world, like no matter how people are perceiving you, no matter what's coming towards you, those rocks are sturdy and they're strong and they know their place. And they're not allowing anything, even that force of the ocean, those strong waves of ocean, that force, they're not allowing that to move them. Immovable. Wow, this has become such a powerful reading. You're standing in your power, Libra. Okay, what can Libra look forward to in the month of July 2021? Wonders. Beautiful. I feel like there's so many surprises and beautiful. Welcome back, Libra. I am so sorry. My room just overheated and everything, all the equipment just overheated as well. So everything just shut down. So I had to kind of wait for everything to cool off. So I apologize for the break in the middle of the reading. But I do feel like there is this power coming from you. It's a very empowering month. I actually want to pick one more. I want to pick one more card for what you have coming up, like what you can look forward to in this month of July. What can Libra look forward to in the month of July? Change, yeah. Things are changing. Things are different. Things are going to and I can also sense that you may be caught off guard. You may be caught off guard a little bit. You may find that there are some things that are not, like you're not used to it, like maybe there are people that are so different from the people that you're used to. So it kind of catches you off guard, because I am seeing that there's a little bit of learning the ropes or relearning the ropes of this new paradigm that you've created for yourself. So things may catch you off guard, and you may find yourself becoming suspicious or like, oh, this feels too good to be true. And I'm sensing that it's actually not. This is actually normal. You're just not used to it. So I'm sensing that kind of energy. So stay grounded and just remind yourself that just because that's how things were does not mean that that's how things are going to be or that's how things have to be. Because you created this new paradigm. You created this new, the way you wanted life to be. And you worked very, very hard at it. Like, I feel like this is years and years of work that you've done trying to weed out the things that don't work for you and really trying to find yourself, really trying to hone in on who you are as a person and what you're here for and what makes you come alive and what path you want to walk on. And now it's happening. And I feel like you may find yourself kind of second guessing it a bit just because you're just not used to it. So stay positive here. I know that's a really cliche statement and it's not so easy to stay positive, but this is really just, don't assume something is wrong just because it's going right. Right? Okay, so these are your animal totem cards, and there is a card that fell on the floor, so let me just grab that real quick. Oh, 2 cards. Wow. Okay, and these are very powerful. Very powerful. Oh my goodness. I love that. Okay. So we have the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. And I think that that's what you're doing. You're kind of being discerning. I think that that's the energy of the Ace of Air here for you this month, Libra, is that you're using your intuition. You're utilizing your wisdom, your knowledge, and you're being very discerning. You're the magician. You're the magician this month. You're in a place of creation. You're in a place of, I love that you have the Fool and the Magician. Let me just point this out real quick. The Fool and the Magician are the first 2 cards in the major arcana. Those are the first 2 cards, right? So the Fool is this, it's like I said again, it's like this chunk of clay. I'm trying to find the right words. It's potential, right? Like it could go in any direction. You can choose whatever it is that from here on out, you're in this newborn stage. And the first stage that this Fool, like the Fool is embarking on this journey, the new journey. And we don't know what the Fool is going to come across on this path, on this journey. And the first major arcana card that comes up is the Magician. So if we can picture the Fool as a character, which is perfect. So for those of you who are writers, you might like this analogy, that it's a character starting out on their journey. And the first character that they come across is the Magician, asking them, here are all of your options laid out in front of you. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want? So that's where you're at. And I feel like because the Magician clarified the Empress, you are wanting to manifest abundance in your life. You want to be able to bring these heartfelt desires to fruition in your life. So that's the space that you're in. So now going back to, I'm actually just going to leave these 2 here just because then you can kind of take a look at those. I like that those 2 were together. It was really interesting. Okay, so for your animal totems, we have the pig spirit. So this is using your intuition and honing in on your gut instincts. Using what you know, your knowledge, your previous wisdom that you have learned to propel you forward. And then taking your time. With the turtle spirit, I do feel like Okay, wow, I love this imagery that they're showing me. So they're just showing me, a turtle swimming in the ocean, but it's not really trying to get to a specific destination. The fact that the sea turtle is in the ocean means that it's in its natural habitat. So I feel like you've already got to your destination. You pretty much know what you're doing. You're on the right path. And now it's just about navigating this path, right? Like the path is right, but it's kind of like, okay, so now what's going to unfold for me as I go through this journey one day at a time? So it's not so much about a destination anymore, because I don't feel like you're feeling like things are off balance anymore, because you have balanced them out. Or you're in the process of balancing things out. And in July, things will come more into balance. And so now you're in this space of, I'm just going to swim along or walk on this path and meet and excited and interested to see who I'm going to meet along the way. What kind of experiences am I going to experience now? And I feel like there's this completely new world that's opening up for you. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an adventure. It's not going to be this toxic, self-limiting, just it feels like pain to get out of bed in the morning, and I have to confront people, and I have to stand up for myself, and I have to speak my truth because I feel like no one understands me. I feel like that's over. That's not the trajectory of your path anymore. You have done the work to clear that out. Yes, there may be some residual stuff that's still clearing out, but it's pretty much done. And now you're in a place where you're on this new path. You're just starting. You're just beginning. And you are going to start coming into this, oh, wow, look at this is coming up for me. Oh, look, I found this interesting person or this interesting opportunity. Or yeah, it's going to just unfold in a beautiful way for you. And I feel like because of these, you will feel grounded. You will feel empowered. You will feel like you have a sense of independence in your life that you have never had before. That you can stand on your own 2 feet. That you can take care of yourself, come what may. And I feel like with the lion spirit, I am seeing that for some of you, other people will see you as a lion. Gentle, but fierce. Because I feel like some of you might step into more of a leadership role. You may step into more of a role of a master of something. And you're kind of leading the way, leading the pack, and people look to you for direction. People look to you for guidance. People listen to you because they can sense that you are someone worth listening to, someone worth following. So there's this real self-empowered and leadership energy to you in July, Libra. Okay, let's pull out. Well, okay. Let me pull out some relationship cards for you. And this could be relationship with yourself or with other people. Okay, so we have 3 cards here. I do see romantic love. I'm going to start with this one. I feel like this is beautiful. I love this. Okay. Friendship, you, romantic. I feel like this card is partnerships in terms of friendships and business, or just work related, not romantically, but just coming into more of people who are in your tribe, in your soul tribe. So people who are more resonant with you. And I feel like that will really nourish you. And not only will it nourish you, it will feed this energy, this momentum that you have with the 8 of Wands, with ideas, creativity. And it will help you come out of this shell. I feel like it kind of reminds me of this energy here that you had in your environmental sphere. I feel like there is people that will help you bring you out of this hibernation that you've been in a very long time. It will slowly draw you out. You will start to slowly see that you're safe, that it's okay to come out, that it's okay to show yourself. And it'll be a little bit at a time. It's not going to be this overwhelming, like, okay, now you have to put yourself out there and you haven't put yourself out there in years and you're not ready. And it's not going to be like that. I'm just sensing that there's this slow tread, slow build of you coming out of your shell. And it will happen in a way where, because there are people now in your life that help you to feel safe to do that nothing bad is going to happen to you, that you can come out now, you can be yourself. I mean, yes, I'm not saying that there aren't toxic people in the world and, that I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say everyone's beautiful and great and everyone wishes you well. You're always going to come across people that, are naysayers. I almost feel like the more you do it, the more it triggers people, right? But I don't see it affecting you. I see you focused on the people who got your back. And that's enough to sustain you. That's enough to nourish you. So these two cards kind of remind me of these two because I feel like this is the soul tribe. And this is inner peace within yourself. Allowing your true, authentic self to emerge, to expand. Giving yourself permission to expand. See what the card says, though. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And I feel like with this is kind of like, you don't have to go looking for it. It will just gravitate towards you as you are doing your work. It will find you. The energy will find you. The people will find you. It will be synchronistic. It will be serendipitous. So you don't have to kind of desperately look for the tribe. The tribe will find you as you walk your path of truth. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And again, I love that is on the pig spirit because I feel like that was the same energy as the pig spirit. That this is about trusting yourself, trusting your instincts. Use your mind wisely. And deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So this is about trusting your instincts. And now when we go into the romantic, I feel like there may be, I'm seeing the beginning of different kinds of partnerships that maybe you have not really experienced before. And I feel like for some of you who are already in a relationship, this may be a renewal in your relationship. You may find that you're able to open up your heart a bit more. I feel like there's a lot of fear that's leaving, and that's allowing you to feel safe enough to open your heart and open yourself to the right people. So for some of you who are in long-term relationships or you're already with somebody, I feel like you'll be able to just allow yourself to put your defenses down and be more intimate or be more just softer. And for others of you who are looking for someone, I feel like you'll start kind of attracting love interests that resonate with who you are now. And that will kind of create this momentum, this force field of energy around you that will ultimately attract the right one. And those are for, those of you who are looking. Not everyone's looking for love. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Yeah. Yeah. And I felt that with the, with like this It may not be like the one that you meet, but you may start seeing that the people that you're dating now or the people that you're interested in now, I'm also hearing that some of you, your taste might have changed. So things that you used to see as attractive is no longer attractive to you, and things that you would have never dated years ago now seems just like the most amazing thing in the entire world. Because your perception is different of yourself and of life. And so you value different things now. You're a different person. So kind of just staying with that, staying with these changes. Because there's a lot of changes coming up for you. Things are different now. And allowing yourself to feel like you can like be open-minded to those changes. Because you may find that you actually like something that you never thought you would like. So I'm really excited for you, Libra. I think this is such an exciting month for you. And I don't think that it's just in this month. I think that the energy is just beginning in this month. So you could take this reading as just a generalized trajectory of where your energy is heading. So it's not like this is going to just be this month and then this beautiful energy is going to end at the end of the month. No, I think that this is what you have in store for you. This is what's coming up for you in general. So this will trickle into who knows how long. For some of you, it could be the rest of the year. And then, we don't know. But then for some of you, this is just how life is. And it kind of feels more permanent. This feels more permanent. Like this is kind of the trajectory of where your life is headed. For those of you that this reading resonates, again, it's a general reading, but it's beautiful. I really love it. Okay, Libra, this is such an exciting time for you, and congratulations on your hard work because it's just blossoming into so much beauty. I will see you for August. I hope you have a great month of July. Bye, Libra.